Great to see Rabinowitz honored for her 2,500th assist yesterday. A bittersweet day here at Woodruff PE Center Arena as we have the home finale, the regular season finale for the Emory Eagles, the 15th ranked Eagles hosting the 18th ranked Vikings of Berry College in what will be the first matchup this year with a repeat opponent for Emory, something they'll have to get used to with conference tournament pending in just a week or so up in Massachusetts for the UAA. Will Hopkins live with you on Flo College for this final match of the Emory Invitational. These two teams met on September 13th. Berry took it 3-1. It was Maddie Whitehead with 13 kills, as well as 12 kills by Laura Underwood, 30 assists from Ava Brove, powering Berry with that 3-1 win. Their first win in a while, as Emory had won 5 straight, a series that Emory is 25-6 in all time. They won 14 straight to get it started from 2005 to 2016. Both these teams have had undefeated weekends, 3-0 for Emory, including a 3-0 sweep today against Washington and Lee. As for Berry College, 2-0, including a 3-0 sweep today against Randolph-Macon. They really rotated, getting some other players in there. We didn't see a ton of Ava Brove, their setter, number 18. Saw more of Cadence Maxfield, but it will be mostly Brove, number 18, over 900 assists on the season. Look out for number 7, Maddie Whitehead. She plays as their right side hitter, but leads the team in kills. And then the libero, number 2, Andrea Hurt. They're coached by Caitlin Moriarty. Been the coach since 2016. Both teams in white. Emory on the left getting things started with Massenat. Right away they go to Whitehead. Monrose takes a big swing. She's had a great weekend. Now on the near side, attempt blocked, and it looked like it hit back off of Kira Crook. Second team All-SAA last season. Berry won the SAA tournament 4 years straight coming into this year, looking to make it 5. They're 10-4 in conference. They're 1-4 against top 25 opponents. That lone win against Emory. And they even things up by way of Callie Armstead. I was texting with Coach Jones between matches, asking about those changes that I've noticed, going to a 5-1 with Rabinowitz staying out there at all times. Said the coaches just figured it might work. It's worked well this weekend. Same with LaRocco being more of a defensive player. As Nico didn't see much time earlier today, did play a bunch yesterday. Her block with Reagan can't keep the Vikings off the board. I also asked about Sydney Kennedy. Said, what's the cause for all this new playing time for her? She said she's been practicing well, and just goes to show how deep of a roster she has at her disposal, she said. So serve from Whitehead. Rabinowitz will set up Nico. She's stuffed. 8 and 9, Armstead and Crook. So Emory should be the fresher team. They played at 11, got finished by about 12:20. Berry played at 1:30. That match didn't last crazy long though, as there's a service error from Whitehead. Pretty dominant against Randolph-Macon, 25-13, 25-12, 25-14. And something you'll notice is that these Berry players like to make noise on the sideline. They've got a lot of chants and cheers, whether they're healthy and playing or injured and all they can do is cheer. A lot of dancing as well, so they bring the energy for their squad. Something we see out of Emory, but I don't know about to that extent, as Monrose even things up. Got started a little bit late because the match between Ithaca and Washington and Lee went 5 sets. Ithaca taking that one 3-2 here on Core 1. Off the block, Monrose with the dig. And Monrose with the swing. The thump of that ball off her hand, really something to watch. 4-3 Eagles. Caroline Coyle, the libero, serving. She, one of those seniors, playing her final home match here tonight. This afternoon, I guess I should say. Coyle coming up with the dig there. Rabinowitz does really well, but Monros can't make the play. 4-4. Seniors, Maggie Reagan, Olivia Rabinowitz, Caroline Coyle, Kate LaRocco, Sophie Zaruki, Linnea Nico, Kaya Monros, Ioana Kopoulos, and Eliane Silverman had senior day a little while back. This is their last home match. Good crowd on hand. They've got the pom-poms going. Would love to avenge their loss against Barry. 4-0 weekend would make them feel pretty safely into the NCAA tournament field. Although Emory is ranked pretty highly, as that's long from Silberman. Those rankings don't matter really in terms of deciding the NCAA tournament participants. It's all about the NPI. And a 4-0 weekend for Emory would put them in a comfortable place for that. Obviously, you win your conference tournament, it doesn't matter. But I was talking to Emory Director of Communications, Philip Engel, who makes all these broadcasts possible. He's saying they really needed 3 this weekend. 4 would really make them feel comfortable. So a big match here today, NCAA tournament implications. And just good vibes going in to the conference tournament. On Saturday, a matchup with NYU looming. But first, trying to send these home fans away from the Woodpeck with good vibes to end this season. That'll help. Long on the swing, 6-5 Emory. Very a tough team to get aces against. For Emory, it might be less about aces and more about just making life difficult, getting them out of system, and getting easier balls for Emory to deal with coming back. The Emory bench doing some dancing. Pride on the line for these benches. Who can be the better cheerleaders? Coyle over to Nico. Hit way up into the air. Swing from the outside. Laura Underwood. An Atlanta native from St. Pius, 2-time state champion there. Mount Berry, Georgia, about 75 miles from here. Hour and a half drive or so. Obviously, with every drive in Atlanta, it matters when you're going. That's called in. Swing from Monroe's lands as she checks out. Rocco, who I was talking about earlier, more of a defensive role, leads this team in kills, or did, excuse me, up until this morning. Monroe overtook her because LaRocco has been playing in the back as a defensive player. Nice dipping serve. She flexes at the crowd. Another serve mishandled. Free ball for Emory. Rabinowitz over to Silberman. LaRocco continuing to serve well. Led to a free ball for Emory, and they made the most of it. Eliane Silberman. She and Monros led the way with 16 kills each last match. Swing there coming from Underwood. This time they go to the back with Whitehead. Whitehead keeps it off the floor but can't direct it. 11-6 Emory. Substitution coming. You don't often see that when it's not a side out, but obviously something that Coach Morarity doesn't like. Underwood out, Shelby Harris in. Harris, a freshman, number 19, from Kennesaw, Mount Perrin Christian. They feed her right away. Coyle is there. Rabinowitz up to Silberman, off the block. Dug nicely by Crook. And it's wide. The run continues for Emory. Timeout. Emory on a 5-0 run causes the timeout for Barry. 12-6 early goings. We got a DJ in the house for this one, and he's got the players in the crowd going. Energy is in the building here at the Woodpeck. 12-6, LaRocco continuing to serve. Emory on a 5-1 run. Excuse me, 4-1. 5-0. Sorry. Math is hard right now, I guess. Rabinowitz once again feeding Silberman. Going to that right side pretty consistently. See what she does here. This time the left side with Flynn. Blocked, but Coyle in the right place. LaRocco out of the back has it blocked. Didn't work, but you like the idea. If LaRocco is going to play in that defensive role in the back line, she can still swing. Might as well take some, mix up the attacks. Didn't work there. 5-0 run put to a halt. We saw that last match against Washington and Lee. Emory early in sets, giving themselves room to work with and taking the ball right back. They can sustain runs from the opponent of 2 or 3 when they get up 5 or 6 in the beginning. So Elion Silberman serves. Just a bit long. Laura Underwood, 5'11" senior server. Gotta say, these are nice uniforms from Barry. White with those light blue and dark blue stripes down the sleeves. Always thought light blue and dark blue combine with each other really well. Poor communication from Emory. Leads to a point for the Vikings. Nice libero shirt too for Andrea Hurt, that light blue. It is a bit odd to see both teams wearing white, I will say. Fortunately, sport where the players stay separate from each other. If we were playing basketball, there might be some bigger issues. Rabinowitz with a swing on 2. Seen more of that from her this weekend, playing in that front row in the 5-1. Dig from Hurt. And a kill for Maddie Whitehead. An extended rally there. I talked about it earlier when Emory faced Washington and Lee, that in that match yesterday between Washington and Lee and Barry, which Barry took 3-1, a lot of extended rallies. So something that Emory should be expecting. Had some of them against Washington and Lee. Pretty long one there. Well long on the serve from Underwood. Leads the team in aces with 54. Not going to get one there. More errors than aces on the season for the Vikings. For Emory, it's the other way around, as you'd want to have it. Big time swing. Maddie Whitehead. They look to get the ball to her often. Playing on that right side, 5'9" junior from Pearland, Texas, Pearland High School. She'll swing out of the back too. Didn't play a ton last match against Randolph-Macon because they didn't need her, but played really well against Washington and Lee. Serving it Flynn. Flynn gets it back from Coyle. Rabinowitz with a nice dig. Nico trying to find that spot in the middle of the court. Huge block. Maggie Reagan. Second block of the match for Emory. Getting the lead back to 4. Jillian Mathenat serves. Some of the Barry fans bringing those cheerleader cones to make themselves louder. Smart lead from Rabinowitz. Miss hit from Massenat to the bottom part of the net. She's having a laugh about it. So now Maddie Whitehead serves. Third on the team in aces coming into today with 29. Coyle. Monrose going to be a free ball for the Vikings. And a mental error for Nico. Lost track of how many touches Emory had. She can't believe it. Immediately put her hands to her head. Had to send it over. That was 3. Couple of mistakes for Emory. Mishit serve from Massenat. Mental error there from Nico. Has the lead down to 3. And a bad serve reception. Now down to 2. Emory needs to regroup here. Three straight points for the Vikings. Can Monrose end that? No. Yes. Originally, the assistant put her flag down, then she put it up. A block taking that ball out. Much needed side out for Emory. Caroline Coyle will grab the ball. Coyle with a deep serve. Swing out of the middle off the block. Coyle does well to get there. Kaya Monrose tipping it over, but Whitehead was there. I believe we've got a net touch. Called on Nico. So 17-15. Emory has led since it was 6-5. Whitehead, or excuse me, that was Schmidt with a service error. 1 in the 7, looking similar and getting me a little messed up. Kara Schmidt, 5'8" outside hitter. Wisconsin native. She checks out. Third service error for the Vikings, and it leads to another timeout. Emory leading by 3. First set in the home finale. First set here, Emory trying to get out to a lead. They won the third set in that 3-1 loss to Barry back in September. It was 25-21, 25-23, 16-25, 25-18 in favor of Barry. They won in the blocks department 12-4. Right now it's 2-2 in that department. So Ioana Kopoulos will serve for the Eagles after the service error. Kopoulos with a deep serve. Nice swing out of the middle. That was Armstead. Emory forces it back over though. Armstead in the end gets the kill. Callie Armstead, a 5'10" freshman from Birmingham, Alabama. She checks out, and now the libero Andrea Hurt from Columbus, Georgia. 5'6" is Hurt. Kopoulos to Rabinowitz, all the way across to Monrose. Well done. Just tapping it across, not only over the net, but across the court. Good vision from Monrose as LaRocco checks in and will serve. Kate LaRocco, 39 aces coming in to this match. Most on the team. Over on 2. Nice job by Silberman. Tap from the back. Emory ready for it. Maria Flynn. Off the block. Nobody from Emory on that side of the court. Barry hanging in there. Emory going to have to work hard to close this one out. Ava Brevet, the setter. Brevet with the pass here. She's already got 7 assists. Emory can't handle it. Make that 8 for Brevet, and the lead is down to 1. Timeout, Emory. Tight here in set 1. Eagles and Vikings here on Flow College. (19-18). Barry has battled back. They've been trailing really throughout this set. By as much as 6, and now they're within 1. Kopolos, Rabinowitz, Silberman, out off the block. Much needed side out. And now Silberman will serve. Serve from Silberman. They get it to Brevet. Nice swing on the right side. Blakely Barnes, 5'10" sophomore, does well there. Laura Underwood. Service error. 4th of the set for Barry. No aces. Emory will take that every day of the week. Olivia Rabinowitz awarded a special ball prior to this one for her 2,500 career assists. Serving at the libero, hurt. Brevet going cross court to feed Whitehead. Whitehead again. This time they're out of system. They get it to Whitehead though. The point goes to Barry. A little bit of a wacky point. The Vikings get it in the end. They won't go away. Lead is back down to 1. Forcing quick side outs from Emory. Allie England will now serve, sophomore from Cartersville High School. Served as the class president over in Cartersville. Rabinowitz has to set with the bump. It was accurate, but Flynn stuffed. Callie Armstead, number 8 in the middle, doing her job, and we're tied. 21-21. Emory with another non-side out sub. This time it's Deniskis taking Flynn's spot. Allie England Trying to give Barry their first lead since the very early goings of this set. Brove. And the wipe by Whitehead. She wipes the block, gives Barry their lead. For the first time since it was 5-4. They've battled back, trailed by as much as 6. But another service error. Those are really racking up for them. That's their 5th. Really helping Emory out. Massenat and Monrose check in. Feels like a big point. Tied up. Who can take the lead late? First to 3 at this point. Win by 2 in this first set. Massenat serving that one at Harris. Swing out of the middle. I think Massenat thought she got there. Whistle blew. And Barry takes the late lead. Maddie Whitehead, leading attacker on this team with the serve. Massenat, Rabinowitz, Monrose unleashes. Cannot be fun seeing that ball come at you, knowing you've got to try to get in the way of it. 23-23. Whoever wins this point will have set point. Coyle serving to the sideline. Great swing from Armstead out of the middle. Schmidt checks in, she'll serve. But first a timeout. Barry, 1 point away from the set, but Emory 1 point away from tying it up. We'll see how the first set ends when we return. We will rock you playing. No Kate LaRocco out there right now. We know her teammates have sang that a lot this year when she's made big plays. Emory needs a big play here, trailing by 1. Set point for the Vikings, but Emory can have their own set point in just 2 points. We'll see what happens with Kara Schmidt serving. She's got this long routine that I noticed yesterday as she gets ready to serve. And now she's ready. Massenat, Rabinowitz, Silberman out of the middle, and it's in. Overruled. But in the end, the great swing from Barry, the poor swing from Emory, what got the job done for the Vikings. 4 kills from Armstead and Crook, 10 assists from Brevet. No aces for Barry, but in attack, the better side. Set that definitely could have gone either way. Barry led early. Emory led through the middle portions by as many as 6, and Barry battled back. So Barry winning the first set just like they did back on September 13th. As we switch sides, Emory going to need to respond here in the second. Another service error. England into the net. 6th service error for Barry. They're making Emory's life easier than it could be. Emory needs to take advantage. Big time swing coming from Whitehead. And Whitehead finishes the job. Maddie Whitehead is a weapon on that right side. She will now serve. She picks up the first ace of the match for the Vikings. And immediately follows it up with a service error. Ioana Kopolos now serving. Back row attack that time from Whitehead. Didn't get a ton on it. Silberman got a ton on that. 3-2 Emory. Monrose, well blocked. Callie Armstead is tough to get around in the middle. As Laura Underwood checks in and now serving Kara Schmidt. Just off screen now, Schmidt doing that same routine you saw on the other side. Turning sideways, bouncing it a few times, now hitting. Coyle too much on the serve receive. Free ball. And a kill from the middle. Armstead again. Kara Schmidt. Another long serve receive. Free ball for Emory. Can they take advantage? Yes. Off the block and out. 4-4. Jillian Massenat serving. Service error. Third of the match for Emory, only 1 ace. Not the numbers they'd want to see. Better than the 1 ace and 7 errors from Barry, but still would like to see cleaner serving. What a pass from Rabinowitz. Not an easy play for her. Keeping the point alive. And a kill from Silberman. Rabinowitz picks up the assist. Had a great pass earlier. Playing more in this front line. Emory had played a 6-2 much of the year. She would come out, be replaced by Ufret. But now she's in there for each rotation. Service error from Silberman. Served it, Kopolos, Rabinowitz up. LaRocco playing in the front row. Haven't seen that much this weekend. Reagan into the net. LaRocco playing as the outside hitter right now. Reagan, the other front row attacker. LaRocco with that swing we know so well. Now Nico in for Kopolos. Rabinowitz serving that time at Underwood. Huge block from Maggie Reagan. Rabinowitz. Down to get it. Nico off the block and out. 8-7 Emory. 3 straight points for the Eagles. Looking to keep this run going. Rabinowitz. Set up by Brove. Emory can't keep it alive. Good hustle though from Massenat as well as Coyle. Back tied. Laura Underwood. Senior. Goes at LaRocco. LaRocco with another swing. And now she'll serve. Nice low serve, tough for Hurt to deal with. Point to the Vikings. Served by England, too long. Reagan checks out, replaced by Silberman. Hit over by Crook. LaRocco out of the back. That looked like it caught the line from here. Emory gets the call. Assistant overruled. So the head referee agreeing with me. 11-9 Eagles. Brove. And a kill from Whitehead. Whitehead at Coyle. Too far. And it costs Emory the point. Serve receive going straight over the net. Easy for Barry to send it back down. Their players are all lying on the floor now. They stay busy over there on the sideline. Whitehead. 11-11. Rubinowitz to Nico. Picks up the point. Ioana Kopelos will serve. Emory's gotten that hitting percentage up. I believe it was 077 after one. Now at 157. Actually higher because it hasn't updated yet. 4 contacts. Wasn't blocked. It hit the net. 13-11 Emory. Serve receive error. They're able to get it over the net, but it's free for Emory. Rubinowitz, Monrose, absolutely. Timeout on the floor for Coach Moriarty. Emory 14, Barry 11. Emory trying to even up this match. (14-11) Emory after the timeout from Caitlin Moriarty, the head coach for Barry. Barry took the first set. Score is 25-23. Right at coil, Rubinowitz. Silverman can't get it past Shelby Harris. Point goes to Barry. Noticed a lot over the weekend. Team who calls the timeout able to get that ball back. Saw it yesterday from Emory. Coach Jones giving a lot of credit to the players for that happening. Now Kara Schmidt will serve. Just out of your view, going through that routine. Facing straight sideways from the court, bouncing it, and now serving. And it ends in a service error. As Carl Anthony Towns would say, after all that. So Jillian Massenat will serve. Emory leading by 3. It was this portion of the match that they led, or this portion of the set that they led in the first set before Barry came back. Another ace for Emory. Not the cleanest in serve receive this set from Barry. This time better from them. Rubinowitz sets up Silberman. Brevet. And they find the court. It's Underwood. Silberman powers that one down. Great job, though, from Whitehead. LaRocco in the front again. She picks up the kill. Apologies for not noticing that earlier. Kayla Rocco back to where we're used to seeing her all season long in that front row. Another timeout from Coach Moriarty. 17-13 Emory. From this vantage point, I can see everything that's going on in the crowd. Looks like we got a fan watching some college football. Hope everyone's enjoying their college football Saturday and their volleyball Saturday. Emory 1-0 on the day, 3-0 on the weekend, trying to make it 4-0 in this Emory Invitational. Went 3-1 last year. And they'd avenge a loss if they can do that, having lost to Barry in September. Looks like that fan was enjoying a little A&M Missouri. Tough test for the Aggies on the road. Locally, Tech on bye. Georgia taking care of business at Mississippi State as there's a service error from Becca Hong. Saw her last match, didn't see her yesterday. Hong at times has been a libero, wearing the white jersey like everyone else except for Caroline Coyle right here. Emory leads by 3. This is the portion of the match where Barry made their comeback. Portion of the set, last set. Misplayed serve receive. That one hit way up in the air and it hits the light fixture. No whistle. I guess just playing it as it goes. Hit something in the roof, made it very difficult for Jillian Massenat. 17-15 now. Rabinowitz feeds Reagan. Point to Barry. All 3 points after the timeout, and that forces a timeout from Coach Jones. Leads down to 1, second set. So a little run from Barry. 3 straight points after their timeout. We'll see if Emory can get the same out of their timeout. 1 timeout left for Emory, none for Barry. Barry took the first set 25-23. It's Laura Underwood serving, or excuse me, Ava Brevet serving. 18, not 16. Rabinowitz feeds LaRocco, off the block, stays alive. In there for Emory, 15, Sydney Kennedy, the freshman we've gotten our first look at this weekend. LaRocco with the finesse. It's red by the Vikings. And they win the point. It's tied. (17-17). Grove, the setter, going at Massenat. Rabinowitz, LaRocco. Emory retakes the lead. (18-17) Eagles trying to even up this match. Rabinowitz goes at the libero, hurt. Grove to the outside, and it's called out. Didn't miss by much from Underwood. Rabinowitz, too long. Chance of let's go Eagles and the crowd here at the Woodpeck. Woodruff PE Center trying to end this season 12-1 at home. LaRocco, a powerful swing. Free ball for Emory. Rabinowitz finds LaRocco again, and she finishes it off. Kaya Monrose checks in. LaRocco. Grove feeding Underwood, or Whitehead, excuse me. England serving. Serves it at Monrose. Nice job by Rabinowitz. Correct side of the antenna for Monrose. Doesn't matter. Maddie Whitehead has it tied again. Coyle, Rabinowitz, Nico. Great leap, great pass. Kennedy out, Silberman in. Caroline Coyle serves for Emory with a 1-point lead. Misplayed on that serve receive. Rabinowitz, Monrose. Seen that a couple of times from Emory in this set. This time it's an issue in receive from Barry. Emory, 2-point lead. Great leap in the middle. Callie Armstead, she's looked really good. Armstead has 7 kills, 3 block assists. Coyle to Rabinowitz, Monrose, yes. Emory gets the lead right back to 2, and now 2 away from the set. Ioannakopoulos. Swing on that left side. Well done by Crook. I don't think Coyle realized LaRocco was right behind her. Maybe could have directed that ball a little bit more easily. Coyle had further to go. Emory would like to get a first ball side out here. Kira Crook, second team All-SAA last year. Standing serve at Coyle. Rabinowitz, Silberman. Monrose, Silberman over on 2. Heady play, set point. Massenat in for Monrose, trying to close out this set. Massenat gets the serve in. Rove tipped over. Joust at the peak, back to Barry. They've got to send it over here. Free ball for Emory. Rabinowitz up to Silberman, blocked. Another chance for the Eagles. And now LaRocco gets it done. Emory bounces back in set 2. They take it 25-22. One set apiece. We've got a good one on our hands, 18th ranked Barry, 15th ranked Emory. One set all as we step aside. Welcome back. Getting ready for the third set between 18th ranked Barry and 15th ranked Emory. Night and day in the hitting department for Emory. First set hit 077. Second set 406. My goodness. They did have 4 service errors, so did Barry. Barry unable to really clean that up since the first set, but I think the difference in the two sets really boils down to that hitting percentage. We saw LaRocco get involved in the attack. seen all match and all weekend. Great stuff from Monrose. She's got 11 kills in this match. A couple of aces for the Eagles certainly help as well. 3 blocks, a block and a half for Nico and Reagan, each of them with a solo block and a block assist. So, fresh slate, let's set a piece. Best of 3 will play it now. No sweep for either side today. They each had a bunch. 12 of Emory's 17 wins had been sweeps, and 14 of the 21 for Barry as LaRocco does a little dance to celebrate her ace to start this one. I think Emory taking those Barry chants personally. They're bringing the energy here on this Saturday afternoon. Another, no, not another ace. Kicked up. LaRocco thought the point was over. Now it is. LaRocco having a laugh about it. Two nothing Emory. First set, 25-23 Barry. Second set, 25-22 Emory. Emory trying to make it 3-0 here in the third. Nico does. Linnea Nico. And just off your screen, we got a kid in a Lenora Sellers jersey, not only a South Carolina fan, but he looks like he's an Emory fan. He's busting out all the moves after that point. Just behind the server, LaRocco. Maybe he's her good luck charm. One assistant put their flag up. The other put it down. Point goes to Emory. Great start to the set. Some of Emory's best stretches of this weekend have come with LaRocco serving. And that's the case right now. LaRocco going at Harris. Barry gets on the board in the third. But Emory giving themselves a strong basis to stand on. Would love to limit it to just a serve or two from Barry. Maddie Whitehead with the serve. Or excuse me, that was 1 Schmidt. Tough to differentiate the 1 and the 7. Or it was Whitehead. Apologies, 7 Whitehead. So 4-2. LaRocco. Monrose finds the court. That was an outstanding serve receive from LaRocco. Wasn't easy, but she contorted her body. And Rabinowitz didn't have to move an inch for that assist. Now the freshman Sydney Kennedy in. For those of you that didn't join us yesterday, this is our first look at her all weekend, or all season this weekend. 6-foot freshman from Hawaii. And against Washington and Lee, she had 3 aces in a row. Primarily a middle blocker. Monrose unleashed on that one. Couldn't find the court, 5-3. Coyle checks in for Kennedy. Rabinowitz. Emory asking for the touch. They don't get it. It was Silberman with the swing. 5-4. Rabinowitz feeds Linnea Nico. Dug out by the libero, Hurt. How about that play from the libero, Coyle? Monrose with the touch. Soft hands from Kaya Monrose, 6-4. Anna Kopolos. Serving for Emory. Going at the libero, Andrea Hurt. Great play by Kopolos to keep it alive. They feed the back. That was Whitehead. Kopolos was there, and now the back for Emory. Larocco. Over on 2, Larocco gets to it. Rabinowitz, and now a swing for Monrose into the net. (6-5). Emory got off to a 4-0 start here in set 3. Hurt serves it, Kopolos, Rabinowitz. Monrose couldn't take a swing, so that was a little bit low. Great play by Larocco. Monrose over with 2 hands. Monrose with a big block. Silberman, no touch. He's asking for it once again. Second time we've seen that this set, and now it's 6-6. A 6-2 run from Barry since Emory started 4-0. Andrea Hurt. Kopolos, Rabinowitz, Monrose. Yes. Massenat off the net, Hurt handles it. Too long. Swing from Whitehead, didn't find the court. 8-6 Emory. Good response from the Eagles after Barry tied it up at 6. Brove with the pass there. Larocco with the back of her hand. Off the block and out. It was Silverman and Rabinowitz trying to shut that down. Side of Rabinowitz's game that we're learning just lately. Now that she's playing all 6 rotations, staying up in front. And being at 5'11", she's able to do that as a setter. Killed down by Silverman. Caroline Coyle with a tough serve to handle for Underwood. And she can't get back to take a swing. (10-7) Emory. Brove and Whitehead. It's a great combination that Barry has, setter and right side hitter. Laura Underwood. Massenat with the serve receive. Larocco swinging right at Hurt. Good chance for Emory. 1, 2, and 3. Kate Larocco. She looks happy to be back on that front row. Nico checks in, Kopolos checks out. Olivia Rabinowitz serving with Emory up 3 in this all-important third set. Set apiece. Who can take control? Brove to Whitehead, that's in. Kara Schmidt serving. Her Viking squad trailing Emory by 2 here. Larocco all the way across the court to Nico. Almost caught the line. Love the idea. Did not miss by much. Great pass from Larocco. Kara Schmidt, the server, trying to even things up. Emory trying to stretch it back out to 2. Rabinowitz, Larocco, and the block makes it even. Looks like Armstead and Whitehead combining over there. Rabinowitz can't find the court. No timeout as of now for Coach Jones. 4 straight for Barry. Emory was up 4-0 to start the set. Barry's been the better team since. Similar to what we saw in set 1, Emory was up 12-6. Barry took it 25-23. So it's been Emory starting better and then Barry finding their way back. See if Emory can get it back tied. Larocco can. Kaya Monrose checks in as Larocco will serve. Massenat to the bench. Whitehead has her attempt blocked. This one coming further from the net. Rabinowitz, Coyle, Kaya Monrose off the block, but Larocco's there. Linnea Nico picks it up for Emory. The lead is restored to the good team. Good guys got the lead. Larocco serving it hurt. Huge swing from Monrose. And a bigger one from Kennedy. The bench loves it. Like that one hit the face of a Viking. Whitehead gets the ball back to Barry. Rabinowitz. Kennedy. Kennedy. Emory has found something in Sydney Kennedy. (15-13) Eagles, and now Kennedy will serve. Rove picking up the assist. Kira Kirk with the kill. Kruk, excuse me. Subs from both sides. Tight third set. Each set's been tight. 25-23 Barry in the first. 25-22 Emory in the second. And now 15-14 Emory as it stands in the third. Larocco with the serve receive. Linnea Nico with the kill. Nico with a big congratulations. from Kopelos as she takes her spot and takes the ball. Kopelos at the libero, hurt. A little tight to the net. Nice job by Kopelos to get there. Monros couldn't find the spot. Into the net from Underwood. Straight into the net from Armstead. She's had a Kopelos serving it hurt. Brove to this near side, a big block. Rabinowitz and Silberman denying Laura Underwood. 5-point lead for Emory, largest of the set. They started out 4-0. Lead is back down to 4, but they started out 4-0. Barry came all the way back and even took the lead. Excuse me, Barry hasn't taken the lead. Best they've done is tie it. And that one falls in. Oh, called out. Looked in from up here. Emory will take it. Off the block, Massenat. Larocco off the antenna. Larocco over on 2 into the antenna. Coyle, Rabinowitz, Silberman, awkward spin off the block, but it goes Emory's way. Over towards Barry. Lead is back to 4. 4 points from 25 for Emory. We've got another timeout. 21-17, a set apiece. Big third set. both timeouts used for Barry. Emory still got both of theirs left. Leading 21-17, trying to take a 2-1 lead in this rematch from September 13th that Barry won 3-1. Barry won that one in the blocks department 12-4. They're up 7-4 here in that department. Emory's really improved their hitting percentage numbers, now higher than Barry after Barry dominated that department in the first set and improved on their own hitting numbers from the first to the second. Massenat feeding LaRocco. She picks up the kill. No kills from LaRocco all weekend, I don't believe. And now she's got 10 in this match. Maybe Barry wasn't expecting it. One of those situations where scouting could maybe hurt you watching the other team's matches. Rove to Whitehead. That works. As long as Emory can prevent the long run, should be in good shape. Coyle, Rabinowitz, LaRocco in. (23-18). Rabinowitz serving deep. Brove will get there for the pass to Whitehead. Nico all the way across the court to help out. Kennedy couldn't get it over Brove. Whitehead rejected by Kennedy. Nico with the big block. Kennedy with the kill. Sydney Kennedy, a revelation this weekend. Set point Emory. They've got 6 of them. They only need one. Linnea Nico with the kill. Emory drops the first set, takes the subsequent 2. And now in a position of control. 2 sets for Emory, 1 set for Barry. 4th set coming right up. Fourth set coming up here at the Woodpeck. Home finale for the Eagles. Looking at the stats from the third set, Emory hit 190, which isn't overly impressive, but Barry hit 0. 7 kills, 7 attack errors. Easy math on that one. 7 minus 7 is 0. That helped Emory to a set win of 25-18. They lost the first 25-23. Since then, 25-22 and 25-18 in favor of the Eagles. Trying to end this weekend 4-0. Barry not going to be easy to put away, though. 18th ranked team in the AVCA coaches poll. Emory at 15. Emory would feel really good going into the UAA tournament next weekend. They can have a 4-0 Emory Invitational. So to start set number 4, Andrea Hurt serving. She goes at Monrose. Rabinowitz back to Monrose. Great start for the Eagles. Emory has started strong throughout this match in each set. And now Sydney Kennedy. Kennedy with 3 kills in 3 attempts. Can't do much better than that. There's a kill for Armstead. Her 8th. The leader for Barry with 12 is Maddie Whitehead. She's serving now. Coyle can't quite control it. Not sure how that wasn't 4 touches on Emory. I guess there was a block in there somewhere from Barry. And it's in. Free ball for the Eagles. LaRocco, Rabinowitz, Monrose into the net. Not what you'd expect from Kaya Monrose. Emory with the first point, Barry with 3 in response. Emory back on the board by way of Elion Silberman. Her 8th kill, 3rd on the team. And now Kopolos will serve. Brove passing to the back and Whitehead. Emory was ready for it. And 2 consecutive touches from Callie Armstead. Emory maybe getting away with one there. That dig going straight over the net, but Armstead couldn't make the most of it. Emory back to 3-3. Right down from Silberman. So it's 1-0 Emory, then 3-1 Barry, and now 4-3 Emory. Few runs to start this one. And make it 5-3 with the ace. Armstead has it blocked. Awkward set. Coyle setting up Monrose, tips it over. Swing off the block. Nice job by Rabinowitz. Monrose with the point for Emory. The run continues. 5 straight for the Eagles, responding to 3 straight from Barry. Kopolos just long. Laura Underwood serving. Emory leaving that one. I don't think they thought it was going long as much as Coyle and Kopelos thought the other one was going for it. Miscommunication, 6-5. See if Emory can get a side out here. Kopelos, Rabinowitz. Monrose had a lot of work to do, but she did it. Passed up for the swing. That was Crook taking it. Ball back with Barry. Crook again. This time successful. 7-6. Hurt. Point for Emory off the block and out. 8-6. Coyle, the serve for Emory. Rove, and Coyle left it, but it was in from Crook. 8-7. You know this Barry team's not going to go down without a fight. If Emory's going to win this in 4 sets or win it at all, it's going to take some of their best work. Massenat, Rabinowitz, LaRocco. Emory back on the board, 9-7. Olivia Rabinowitz serving. A dipping serve, tough for Hurt to handle. Nice block from Emory. Sydney Kennedy denying Kira Crook and forcing a timeout for Barry. 10-7, 4 set, off to a good start for the Eagles. So 10-7 Emory, first timeout used in this set from Coach Moriarty. Moriarty also the head coach of the beach volleyball team in each of their first 2 seasons of existence as a program. Rabinowitz serving at Hurt. Brove over to Crook. Great dig from LaRocco. Nico gives the free ball, but Emory forcing Barry to send it over again, and they can't. LaRocco with the block. Better to give a free ball than to let it touch the ground, and that's exactly what we saw from Emory. Barry had control of that point. But Nico saying no. Rabinowitz with the ace. Fantastic from 4. 4 straight for Emory. Hurt, Brove, Crook, off of the block from Nico. Free ball coming for Emory. Rabinowitz to LaRocco. Nice dig from Crook. Back of the hand from Coyle, well done. They wanted a double touch, did Barry, they don't get it. An extended rally, over on 2. Great dig from Coyle we saw there. Swing and a miss, and it goes Emory's way. A marathon of a point. The Eagles take it, the crowd loves it. And Emory is up by 6. Second and final timeout of this set for Barry coming early. 13-7, they're looking for answers. Come back a little early here from the timeout. Set the stage. Emory up 13-7 in set 4. Barry, first set 25-23. Emory, second set 25-22. Third set 25-18. And now up 13-7. Barry has used both timeouts. A big run with number 4, Olivia Rabinowitz serving. What's been a special weekend for her. Getting her 2,500th assist yesterday. 8th player in program history. Getting commemorated for that before the match here today. Emory on a 5-0 run. Barry can't yet put a stop to it. And Kennedy makes it 6. Emory doubling up Barry. 2 touchdowns to 1. 14-7. There's nothing they can do to stop it other than substitute. That's what they do here. Underwood in. Harris out. Can't call a timeout. They've used them both. Rabinowitz serving for Emory, making life tough. Big block. The front lines played really well. LaRocco re-entered into the front line. Front row saw more of a defensive role most of the weekend. Whatever Coach Jones has touched this weekend has turned to gold. 15-7. 16-7. Ace for Rabinowitz. It was 8-7 Emory. A super tight fourth set. An 8-0 run. Kate LaRocco with a kill. And then 7 points rattled off with Rabinowitz serving. Including a couple of aces. Massenat, nothing can go Barry's way. LaRocco with the kill. This is unbelievable. And these are no pushovers. This is the 18th ranked team in the country. This is the team that beat Emory. And right now the Eagles are getting to everything. 17-7. Massenat gets to that one. Free ball, can Barry take advantage? Crook right at Coyle, and the run comes to an end. But it was fun while it lasted. 9-0 for Emory. This set turned on its head. It was 8-7 Emory. Now it's 17-8. 9-0 run. Had some big runs this set. A 5-0 run back when Barry had a 3-1 lead. Emory made it 6-3. Barry just hasn't been able to stop the bleeding, and Nico gets the first ball side out. That's got to be demoralizing for the Vikings. They finally get the ball, and they give it right back to Emory. The lead is back to 10. Kate LaRocco. Swing right at Coyle. That came from Underwood. Kennedy. Whistle. Lift from Emory. Couple of subs for the Vikings. Now Kara Schmidt will go through that serve routine. Schmidt serving at Monrose. Rabinowitz back to Monrose. Ball back to Emory. What a set from the Eagles. Still got work to do, needing 6 more points, but they are making a statement right now. Sydney Kennedy grabs the ball. This weekend has really showed off the versatility of Emory. Kennedy, a player who hadn't played all season, playing a big role. Unfortunately picks up the service error there. LaRocco playing in different roles. We've seen some more of Maria Flynn this weekend than we had seen. Such a deep, versatile squad for Coach Jones. Gotta be a fun team to coach. Smacked down by Silberman. This is a confident group right now. Why wouldn't you be? Emory hitting 500 this set. Barry hitting 0. And that goes out. .500 for Emory. That is unbelievable. Team that hit 077 in the first set. Crazy how quickly things can change. Koplos at hurt. Koplos will get to that. Rabinowitz over on 2. What vision. They're having fun now. Koplos, why not an ace? Everything going the Eagles' way here in set 4. Out of the middle, too long from Armstead. Match point. Fans to their feet here at the Woodruff PE Center Arena. Koplos with the serve. Back row attack is in. Barry lives to fight another point. So Laura Underwood serving for Barry. They're going to need her to serve for a while if they're going to come back and win this one. A mountain to climb. Koplos over her head. Monrose has to give a free ball. Blocked down by Emory. Out of the back. Silberman finishes it off. 23-25, 25-22, 25-18, 25-11. An unbelievable fourth set. Emory hitting over 500 as they knock off 18th ranked Barry. Barry beating Emory 3-1 on their home court. Emory returning the favor here at the Woodruff PE Center Arena. That's it for the regular season. Emory will go up to Massachusetts, face NYU in round 1 of the UAA championships. That'll be a week from today at 1 o'clock. And then we'll wait and hear about the selection for the NCAA tournament on Sunday, November 30th. this weekend going 4-0 should definitely help Emory in the NPI rankings. And a successful weekend in Massachusetts would do even more for the rankings. Want to pause and give a thank you to the Emory communications crew. Could not have done this without them all season long. Philip Engel, as well as Taylor Say, really helping out and making this possible. It's been an absolute pleasure to call volleyball for these Eagles. It helps when they go 12-1 at home, makes my job fun. Also want to give a big shout out to Coach Brianna Jones, responding to my text, setting up phone calls to see how the team's doing, get some insight to share with you on the broadcast. She's been super helpful. That's all I've got. No NCAA tournament to be played here at Emory for volleyball. So this is the final home broadcast for the Eagles this entire season. Thank you so much for tuning in on Flo College. I'm Will Hopkins. We'll see you next time.